Have you ever known exactly what you wanted to say in English, but the moment you started speaking, your confidence disappeared? In this episode, you'll discover how to sound calm, clear, and confident in English, not by being perfect, but by speaking like a true leader. Stay with me, this will change the way you speak forever. The first thing most people misunderstand about confidence in English is that it has nothing to do with perfect grammar. Confidence is not born from knowing every rule or memorizing every word. It grows from something quieter and deeper. It grows from comfort. It grows from presence. It grows from the way you allow your voice to exist in the moment without fighting it. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is speaking English. You are not afraid of the language itself. You understand most of what is being said. But the moment someone looks at you and waits for you to speak, something inside tightens. Your shoulders rise. Your breath becomes shallow. Your mind starts racing ahead, trying to predict mistakes before they happen. That is not a language problem. That is a confidence story your mind has been repeating for years. Confidence in English begins when that story changes. Let me take you somewhere familiar. Picture a quiet morning. Coffee is warm in your hands. The city outside is just waking up. In moments like this, you feel calm. Your thoughts move slowly. You could speak English here. You could explain your ideas. You could tell a story. Nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels judged. Your English sounds better in moments like this because you are not trying to perform. You are simply being. That is the secret most confident English speakers never tell you. They are not trying to sound confident. They are allowing themselves to speak without self-interruption. Think about leaders you admire. Not movie heroes. Real people. When they speak, they do not rush. They pause. They breathe. They allow silence to exist. Silence is not weakness. Silence is authority. Silence says, I am comfortable here. When you speak English quickly because you are afraid of being interrupted, your voice loses weight. When you slow down, your words land with intention. American listeners especially associate calm pacing with confidence. They do not expect perfection. They expect clarity and presence. Now imagine telling a simple story. Nothing complicated. Just something that happened to you recently. As you tell it, you focus less on the words and more on the feeling of the moment. The sound of the room. The expression on someone's face. The emotion you felt. When you do this, your English becomes more natural because stories live in emotions, not grammar rules. This is why podcasts work so well for learning confidence. Podcasts feel personal. They feel like conversation, not performance. When you listen to confident speakers, notice something important. They make mistakes. They repeat themselves. They change direction mid-sentence. And yet they sound strong because they do not apologize for existing in the language. One of the biggest confidence killers in English is apology. Saying sorry before you speak. Saying sorry while you speak. Saying sorry after you speak. Every time you apologize for your English, you tell your listener that your ideas matter less. Leaders do not apologize for their voice. They trust that their message deserves space. Confidence is not loudness. Confidence is grounded energy. Think about how children speak. They do not wait for perfect sentences. They speak to be understood. Adults often lose this freedom. They become cautious. They become self-edited. But confident English is closer to childlike communication than academic perfection. It is direct. It is expressive. It is alive. There is another shift that changes everything. Stop thinking of English as a test and start thinking of it as a bridge. A bridge connects people. It does not need decoration. It needs strength. Your job is not to impress. Your job is to connect. When you speak English with the goal of connection, your tone softens. Your body relaxes. Your listeners lean in. People forgive mistakes easily when they feel included in your message. Now let's talk about voice. Your voice carries confidence before your words do. If your voice is tight, rushed, or quiet, people sense hesitation even if your words are correct. Take a breath before you speak. Let your voice drop slightly at the end of sentences. This signals certainty. Rising tone can sound like a question even when you are making a statement. American English values clear endings. Sentences that land. When your voice settles instead of floats upward, you sound more assured. This is not about forcing a deep voice. It is about allowing your natural voice to settle into its comfortable range. Confidence also lives in posture. Even in audio, posture affects sound. When you sit upright, your voice opens. Your breath deepens. Your words become fuller. Slouching compresses your chest and makes your voice sound uncertain. A leader's voice comes from an open body. Now imagine you are in a conversation and you do not know a word. The confident response is not panic. It is curiosity. You can pause. You can describe the idea differently. You can smile and say you forgot the word for a moment. Native speakers do this all the time. Forgetting a word does not reduce authority. Panicking about it does. Confidence means trusting that you can handle the moment, even when it is imperfect. There is something powerful about repetition. When you repeat a phrase naturally, it reinforces your message. Leaders repeat ideas in different ways. They circle back. They clarify. This makes their speech easier to follow and more impactful. Do not rush to the next idea. Let important thoughts breathe. Another powerful tool is ownership. Use phrases that show certainty without arrogance. Speak from experience. Speak from observation. When you say something calmly and steadily, people listen. Even simple sentences can sound powerful when spoken with intention. Picture yourself telling someone about a belief you hold. Not arguing. Not convincing. Just sharing. That calm certainty is confidence. It does not shout. It does not explain too much. It simply exists. Now let's talk about listening. Confident speakers are excellent listeners. They do not plan their response while someone else is talking. They stay present. This allows their replies to be natural and relevant. When you truly listen, you respond instead of perform. English becomes easier when you stop trying to sound like someone else and start sounding like yourself. In English, your accent is not a barrier. It is a signature. Many respected leaders speak with accents. What makes them powerful is not imitation, but clarity and confidence. When you speak clearly and steadily, people adjust to your accent quickly. What they remember is your message, not your pronunciation. Confidence grows through familiarity. The more you hear yourself speaking English without judgment, the more natural it feels. Record yourself speaking casually. Listen without criticism. Notice what sounds good. Build trust with your own voice, and remember this: confidence is not something you suddenly achieve. It is something you practice allowing. Each time you speak without apologizing. Each time you pause instead of rushing. Each time you choose connection over perfection. You are training confidence. Leadership in English is not about dominating conversations. It is about creating calm space where ideas can land. When you speak calmly, others feel safe listening. When you speak clearly, others trust you. When you speak honestly, others follow. Imagine yourself months from now, speaking English in a conversation that once made you nervous. You are not perfect, but you are present. Your voice is steady. Your thoughts flow. You feel grounded. That version of you is not far away. It is built one relaxed sentence at a time. Confidence is not waiting until fear disappears. Confidence is speaking gently even when fear is present, and the beautiful truth is this: the more you allow yourself to speak imperfectly, the more confident you become. English stops being something you chase and starts being something you live in, so the next time you speak English, do not aim to impress. Aim to connect. Do not rush. Breathe. Let your voice settle. Trust your message. That is how leaders sound. That is how confidence feels. I share stories like this every day. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.